beautiful ways, rituals to feel safe within your body again. If you're doing the inner work, also shadow work, I want to share with you 5 beautiful ways, rituals that I have been doing myself in order to ground myself and, more importantly, to feel really safe, grounded, and nurtured within my own body. These rituals I have started around about like 3-4 years ago when I really started my healing, because I literally purged a lot of things that were not safe within my body. If you haven't watched the first video around nervous system with shadow work, watch it, because those are the questions that reveal where you don't feel safe and what it actually is that you might need in order for you to feel safe. So the first step, in order for you to feel safe again, to feel grounded again, to really, really be present within your body, in your heart, is to release. So to feel safe is to release. And that sounds a little bit countering to each other, but it is really, really simple. Because what is actually releasing? Let's take a very simple example that you do every day. You go to the toilet. So when you release, let's just stay with this example. What kind of feeling do you get? You release, you let go, and you get very light. You become also very present if you think about it, if you feel into your body, because you feel there is something you really want to let go of. And really, it is so simple. That is the same with healing. You are sensing, you are feeling within yourself, like there is a beautiful sensing within yourself that knows here is something that doesn't belong to me. Here is something that I might have received in my childhood, that I might have received from my environment, but it does not really belong to the essence of who I am. And that is the first step to feel safe, is to release. And releasing can look in all kinds of directions, right? It can be crying, it can be laughing, it can be through moving, through dance, it can be through any type of energy work. So really become aware, where can I release? And for that, you ask yourself the question, what do I need to feel safe to release? For example, for me, it was in the beginning, I needed to be alone, and I did not want anybody to hear when I was maybe screaming or yelling or crying loud, because I felt so vulnerable and I did not want it to be judged or anything. That was my inner child, and I gave that to myself. And I also invited my partner and told Albert what I needed, and he was able to provide that for me, just a safe space where I could fall into my own healing. The second ritual, the second habit, what I want to give you is movement. And I already said it, and it's not really about performance or that you have to do like a performance-driven activity, sports or anything. This is really more about opening and letting go. So this can look like stretching, mobility, yoga, breath work. So the intention for this movement is not to perform or to strengthen muscle, to look leaner. It is all about feeling. So you focus on connection. You focus on connection to your body. I did that with my clients when I was a personal trainer. We did a lot of hip mobility, a lot of opening the heart area, a lot of moving the body from left to right, twisting, opening, feeling. So it was more about reconnecting to myself, to recenter myself. And I highly recommend you to do that, and not having like a goal in your mind. For example, you need to do like a split or something like that. That's okay. You can have these goals, right? But for nurturing your nervous system, for aligning with healing, with being present, focus on what is nourishing you. So what movement, what activity is nourishing your nervous system? So again, away from the head into the body. The third ritual I started, that was in Hamburg, and it came to me just because it landed into my lap, and that is mirror work. And I combined here like 3 things. So mirror work, I was sitting in front of the mirror every morning. I had a picture of my inner child attached to that mirror. And then I started reading affirmations, and I did EFT tapping, which is like tapping onto certain points in the body, and you kind of say your affirmations. So it looks like that. I open myself for this day. I know I'm right here, and that is good. I love myself and I approve of myself. I stay grounded within my body and my heart. It is safe for me to feel. It is safe for me to express my emotions. So for that, I started reading Louise Hay, and I have a few books. I actually started with this one. It's also called Mirror Work. That's like what she recommended with this book. So if you want to start with that, start doing that. And I combined it with EFT tapping because it grounded me. It brought me into the moment, and my inner child loved it, like really loved it. And so this is something that is super natural and super beautiful. And she's also helping you to put phrases into yourself, to create phrases that feel true for you, like not creating any type of affirmation, but really something that is nourishing you and that is bringing you joy. And for that, I had like this workbook to the other book. I'm going to put these books into the description so you can research it for yourself. And it helped so much. It was so nurturing, so healing for my soul. And her story, like the way she did these things, are just beautiful and amazing. Highly recommend that. And really start nurturing your body, like nurturing your soul with words. Through EFT tapping, through mirror work, I became aware of how powerful my words are, what I'm speaking to myself. And I realized how bad of a habit I had from childhood, from my parents, about certain phrases, about certain things, how I was like programmed, which were not nourishing me, which were not uplifting me, which were not nice. And I changed that. Like I keep changing that, like tiny micro habits, tiny words that came up. Like I started to become aware and changed the wording, how I was speaking to myself. And always remember the words I was speaking. This is my little girl inside, and I want to be nice to her. I want to love her. I want to nurture her. I don't want to scare her. I don't want to put pressure on her. I want to give her room, expand, open up, feeling safe, grounding, having a stable nervous system. Like that became my everyday practice because I wanted to give that to her, and I'm still giving it to her. The fourth area that might be a little bit new or different, but it is something that helped me in a profound way, and it opened up a deep, deep, deep wound from inner child, and that is colon hydro. I think this is the pronunciation, where you clean your gut. So it's like water is coming into your body and everything gets flushed out. And I did that 3 times, and it's such a deep, vulnerable process, and something opened up for me. I was healing very, very deep, buried wounds, because in the gut, your inner child sits. So if you have gut issues, if you have constipation or anything like that, you should definitely not only look into your diet, so what you eat, that's your medicine, but also look into your inner child, because the inner child sits in the gut. So what is like, being heavy on your stomach, being heavy on your inner child, and connect to that. And for me, that is like an ongoing process, because my sensitivity lies in my gut. And when I know that, I can listen, I can feel, and I can be there for myself, for that inner part within me. And she's very sensitive, and I honor that. And learning that from my childhood, there was always like this, oh, don't be so sensitive. There was no room for that. And that's okay, but this is not where I'm now. Like, now I have space for that. I'm allowing sensitivity. Like, sensitivity is my superpower, and I feel like that's my greatest gift, and I keep expanding that. And I do that with my inner child. And then the 5th ritual, which is something I just started this year, and I love it so much. It's not only my inner child, it's my feminine energy, it's my body, everything. And that is, I started creating my own body oil. So I still have it in here, but when you want to be like, when you want to have it like to go, I bought this glass bottle, and it's like a roller, and then you can take it with you, or you can roll it onto your body. So how did I do that? First of all, I asked myself, okay, everything I consume, what I put into my body, onto my skin, it's energy, right? So let me ask myself, what do I need? Like, what do I need from this consumption? What should that give me? And I wanted to be grounded. I want to be connected. I want to feel good. The smell needs to like make me present, ground me within my roots. And I started to research like what kind of oils are very good for my body. So as a basis, I use this oil. It's like jojoba oil. And then I put a little bit of coconut oil in it, and castor oil. And that is like the basis for this body oil. And the texture is so nice. Oh, it smells so good. And it's just nurturing my body, my cells, everything. It's all natural. So again, I have a little bit more dry skin. So that is like perfect for me. But you can also just put more jojoba oil in it, so it's going to be more liquid, it's going to be nicer and smoother, especially for the summer. And then additionally to that, I started working with the essential oils, and oh my goodness, those ones, I have 3 sentences I put into these oils, so into my body oil. So for takeaway, if we are like in places where a lot of people are, I'm using that to ground myself. Like, I have my roll on, and I do that on my stomach, like in the gut area, or maybe here on the wrist. And for that, I ground. And I have 3 oils. I wanted to really dig into what do you need. So I need grounding. If you want to ground your nervous system, if you want to be present in your body, feel in your roots. Those 3 are protection, grounding, and really be present in your body. So the first one is frankincense. I think you know that one. It's like for grounding. It's more common. It's very nice and very beautiful. And by the way, the ratio of how to fill and how to create these oils, I would always ask ChatGPT, because it's individually. I'm very sensitive, so I don't put a lot of essential oils, like not a lot of drops in it, just a few of them. And the ratio is individually, but I can put mine down in the description. So I have the frankincense oil, which is grounding, and it smells just so good, and it's very, very good to be protected. And then I have the vetiver, I think is this one. So this puts you back into your body. This is root center. Like if you smell that, but this is more for a night routine. Like I'm smelling it like earth, grounding, like almost like a forest floor, putting you back into the beautiful, amazing. And then the last one, that's cedar. I think it's called in English Cedrus atlantica, something like that. I put it in the description. And this is energetic boundaries. Like this puts like a beautiful healing light around your body, and you just feel centered. And it's like for your inner child, it's just like the playground within you. You're safe, you're centered, you're loved, you're connected. And that's what my inner child wants. Like my inner child wants to go into the world, and it wants to feel safe, and it wants to feel seen by me, grounded within myself, and rooted in my nervous system, in my spine, like being within my body. That's like what my inner child wants, feeling safe and nurtured and loved. So these were my 5 rituals, which are amazing for you if you do the inner work, if you integrate what you're learning and try these things out, and let me know if you are already doing one of these rituals. They're very simple, and you can see you can all do them by yourself. Besides the colon hydro, I would recommend to look for someone in your area that is doing this type of work. That is something I would do as a professional, because this is like it's different if you do it at home. It's very different. So I'm recommending to do that professionally, because that's gonna be very intense, very beautiful, and it's releasing a lot of stuck energy within your gut. I definitely can recommend that. Okay, beautiful souls. Thank you for being with me again, and let me know what ritual resonated most with you. And then I see you in the next video.